All India rank 16. Then you can sit down. After you have reduced, hello, I'll talk to you after a few minutes, and then I will invite you again. First you will...
okay, first we will introduce, yeah, I will say.
Hey, good morning, India. Wherever you are, in whichever part of the country. I am here joined this morning with one of the young officers of the country, Mr. Pratap. He is All India rank 21 or rank 16, whatever I call it, because he's got his marks which is equal to the rank 16, but then he's so young, so he's been put slightly lower. So he's going to tell himself about his experience, his journey, and then his role of KSG and everything about it himself. But then I like you to first wish him and then wish you. And thank you very much, Pratap, flying all the way to Delhi from Chennai and then talking to us live across the country. Yes.
Yeah, good morning to all the aspirants who are present all over the country, and a very good morning and a happy morning and all the best. Like, you have taken a first step to come into the preparation, and hope so you will continue this interest and consistency being with CL and KSG, and then be a topper like all of us. Thank you and all the best.
We'll be having more about him. I will listen to more from him and his experience in a few minutes. But then what I basically want to tell you is that this core area that we have got, in which we are all working together, it takes your 100% devotion, and it doesn't matter that where you start from. You start from your medical background, you start from your engineering background, you start from history background, you start from economics background, all possible diverse background, like his background being what was
chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering. And did you take your optional as chemical engineering?
No, political science.
He took political science. So it actually doesn't matter what is your background and how you start and where you start from. How you actually move from here onward is going to be very, very important. And that is what I would like to tell each one of you, that don't look back. Start from here and then move on. And then how and when did you actually decide about taking this examination? And that could be an interesting thing to share with them. Would you like to share that with you?
The first thing, the childhood dream will be there. Like whenever somebody asks you in the first standard what you want to become, it just you want to become an IAS. But the serious dreams, the serious efforts started only in the final year of my college, like close to the end of my college, and it is like during my 8th semester precisely. And that time I started with NCERTs little, so that 4 or 5 months it was only on NCERTs. And after that, when I finished my college and I came to Delhi and then started my full-fledged preparation for 1 year, and I passed the civil service in 2016.
Yeah, I mean, that's what exactly I was trying to share with you. It is how you, when you have decided, how you actually unfold from that time onward is extremely crucial. इससे मतलब नहीं कि कहाँ से start किया, कब start किया, start करने के बाद क्या किया. That is very important, and that's what exactly I would like to emphasize here. Of course, we would be having this session, which is where I am planning to take you through to make you understand as to what this whole course is all about. What are the components of that, and then how one goes about it, and how and what KSG can do from Delhi to your city, sitting in any parts of the country, be it Bhilai, be it Patna, or for that matter, it is any other part of the country that you are sitting, wherever. See, in this examination, we would be having a lot of our personal doubts also. Those personal doubts we would be taking up towards the end of the total session. लेकिन अभी जो मैं आपसे बताना चाहता हूं कि यहाँ पर जो जरूरी चीज है वो ये कि हम अपने अंदर एक दृढ़ इच्छा पूरी तैयारी इसके साथ शुरू करें और फिर उसके बाद आपकी यात्रा कैसे करनी है वो मैं बताता हूं आपको. सबसे पहले मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स दैट यू शुड नेवर एवर डू एंड नेवर एवर थिंक दैट यू शुड बी डूइंग, एंड बिकॉज दे आई अंडरस्टैंड दे आर क्वाइट ऑफन एज ए बिग डिटरेंट एंड स्टॉप यू इन द वे. And that's one thing, and I'm sure you understand also. Never ever think that I have got plenty of time. मेरे पास बहुत समय है, मैं अभी आराम से कर लूंगा. कभी भी इसको दिमाग में घुसने मत देना, because this is one killing feeling that you have got, that I have got plenty of time, and while others are working. Well, I mean, anybody who's working today, you can easily imagine that person would definitely get much further, much ahead to you. So that's something which I should not allow you to do. If you've decided, after that, your entire time will be devoted to this. एक बार decide कर लिया कि एग्जाम देना है, तो सारी चीजों को जोड़ करके अपने इस लक्ष्य के साथ आपको आगे बढ़ना होगा. हर घंटे का एक हिसाब रखना होगा. I think that's what we call as reverse planning. Look back and see that, hey, how my 1 hour was spent. Look how my one day was spent, how my last 1 week was spent. So if you're just looking back every time and ensuring that yes, my time is well spent, I think then there is a chance that you have got your journey being advanced in the direction of your goal, and that's very important. हम लोग हमेशा क्या करते हैं, अपना गोल पोस्ट चेंज कर देते हैं. शॉर्ट एडजस्ट कीजिए, टाइम की कीमत समझिए, एंड उसके बाद अपने लक्ष्य की ओर अग्रसर रहें, ताकि आपका जो आचरण है वो लक्ष्य के साथ जुड़ जाए. एंड ये बहुत ही आवश्यक है. द सेकंड थिंग आई वुड लाइक यू दैट यू शुड नॉट बी डूइंग इज समथिंग दैट इज क्वाइट ऑफन वी जस्ट क्लटर आवरसेल्व्स टू मच. डोंट टेक टू मेनी टास्क्स व्हेन यू हैव गॉट दिस एग्जामिनेशन. मेरे ख्याल में इफ आई कैन पॉसिबली आस्क प्रताप ऑल्सो, व्हेन यू वर डूइंग दिस एग्जामिनेशन, वर यू थिंकिंग ऑफ डूइंग टू मेनी थिंग्स और व्हाट वाज देयर? आई मीन यू जस्ट फोकस्ड ऑन वन थिंग.
One small kind of advice which I give to the future aspirants is this: preparation for UPSC is entirely different from the other competitive examinations. So at least for the first attempt, you give the 1 full year only towards UPSC and not to distract you, because if you start preparing for your state PSCs, the 3 months have gone, and if you start for CAPF or something, the other 3 months have gone. So for nothing you will put up your full effort. So better for at least for a year, please make sure that you put your preparation only in the UPSC thing and get cracked it.
Yeah, if you want to crack in 21 years, this is the mantra that he's trying to say. You have to actually focus on the entire one thing, and if you focus on one thing, I think a simple sun rays can also produce some sparks and can produce some fire, and that only thing is that if it actually synergizes in one direction. So this is very important. First thing I told you that don't waste your time, and second thing is that don't do too many things. If you want to crack in your first attempt, any one attempt, you have to give that year the 100% to that itself. Don't go too much of add-on. Add-on कहने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप बहुत सारे और एग्जाम दे दें या बहुत सारे और किताबें पढ़ लें. Add-on का मतलब ये भी होता है कि आप बहुत सारे और गतिविधियों को भी कम करें, क्योंकि आप बहुत सारे जगहों पर अपनी ऊर्जा को अगर आपने बांट रखा है तो वैसी दशा में किसी एक स्थान पर संकेंद्रण नहीं होगा और समस्या आ सकती है. तो दूसरी चीज जो मैं आपको बताना चाह रहा था वो ये कि बहुत सारे एड ऑन नहीं रखें. हमेशा हमें बोलते हैं लोग कि ये किताब पढ़ लो, ये किताब पढ़ लो, ये भी पढ़ लो, ये भी पढ़ लो, ये भी पढ़ लो, इनकी एडवाइस उनकी एडवाइस, सारी एडवाइसेस सही हैं, लेकिन कोई एक एडवाइस पर टिके रहना बहुत जरूरी है. क्योंकि जब आप बहुत सारे एडवाइसेस को ले रहे हैं, and that's probably you are because vulnerable, और when you are vulnerable और सारी चीजें एक साथ ले रहे हैं, तो वैसी अवस्था में मेरे ख्याल में आपने अपनी ऊर्जा को बहुत क्षीण कर रखा है. मेरा रिक्वेस्ट आपसे ये होगा कि आप अपनी ऊर्जा को जोड़ें, एंड देन जब अपनी ऊर्जा को जोड़ लेते हैं तो मेरे विचार से आपकी समस्या बहुत कम हो जाती है. एक दूसरी सुझाव. तीसरी चीज जो मैं आपको हमेशा बोलता हूं कि हर बार लोग सोचते हैं ना कि मैं जब करूंगा तो बहुत बड़ा करूंगा, अच्छा करूंगा. मेरे ख्याल में आप यू डोंट क्लाइंब टू द 6th फ्लोर डायरेक्टली. एक सीढ़ियां चढ़नी होती हैं, और कई बार हम नीचे बैठकर ये सोचते रहते हैं कि एकाएक मैं ऐसा जंप मारूंगा कि 6ठी फ्लोर पे पहुंच जाऊंगा. देयर इज नो वे दैट यू कैन क्लाइंब टू द 6th फ्लोर स्ट्रेट. एवरी स्टेप इज इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू से, दैट plan your way in such a manner that you move one by one step, and every day, every hour you have to take one step towards the direction. Don't sit down and expect that goal will travel to you. In fact, you have to be traveling towards your goal, and that is what is important. कैसे आपने एक if I can possibly ask Pratap about it, कि how would you imagine कि आपने you took one step, so many steps. What were your steps that you were taking up as towards the goal?
Yeah, like UPSC cannot be taken in one full step. So it needs to be a series of small steps that will take you to the final destination. And the few steps which you can do is like, first is the hard work. The hard work is the first small but the very important step in your entire preparations. And along with this hard work, you need a kind of smart work, because there are a lot of serious aspirants who put hard work also, but due to some other factors they couldn't clear. But the smart work is very important. You have to read the mind of UPSC, that what is actually asked by UPSC. Don't waste your time everything on some subjects or some part of the syllabus which never asked in UPSC. So that's a waste of time, because our syllabus is little plenty. So we have to be coordinating and focusing our effort towards the things which are asked by the UPSC. So hard work and smart work is the first thing which we need here, and the second is the consistency. The second step which we need is the consistency. So the first day when we open our book, we have that full enthu, and we have that full, like tomorrow we have, this year we have to become an IAS officer. So that kind of feelings we have, and we study for 8-10 hours. But as days goes, this it will little go down. But that should not be there. So when you start your study for 8 hours, if you are starting in the first day, it should be continued till you see your list name in the final PDF in the top 100. So that should be the second one. And the third one is, don't only rot, like the rote learning will never be useful here. We have to have a holistic conceptual understanding, and also make sure that you study the day-to-day affairs and connect with the static syllabus, which will be the most important focus area of UPSC. They never asked a static part. That's the first line of information they'll never ask. So second and the third layer of information is the one connected, that current affairs connected to the static part. So these are some of the steps which I can say that will be needed in the UPSC.
Yeah, that's what precisely. So आपको एक एक कदम ध्यान से रखना होगा, और इसमें जरूरी नहीं है कि आप बहुत हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हैं. हाँ, हार्डली वर्क भी नहीं चलेगा. You have to do hard work, not hardly working. हार्ड वर्क करना होगा, और एक एक स्टेप पर आपने काम करना होगा. और एक एक स्टेप अब यहाँ पे आता है. एक जीएस जैसा अगर मैं बताऊं आपको एग्जाम का पैटर्न आपको ज्यादातर लोगों को पता होगा. पहले पीटी होती है, उसमें जीएस के पेपर 1 और पेपर 2 आते हैं. अब जीएस के पेपर 1 में आपको हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफी, इकोनॉमी, पॉलिटी और साइंस टेक, करंट अफेयर, एनवायरनमेंट, पता नहीं बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं. ऐसा लगता है कि जो कुछ भी एनीथिंग दैट कैन पॉसिबली बी कंसीव्ड कैन बी आस्क्ड एज अ क्वेश्चन. द सेकंड थिंग जो आता है उसमें जीएस पेपर 2 आता है. इसके अंदर अब क्वालिफाइंग हो गया, इसको सी सेट भी बोलते हैं हम लोग, और इसमें आपके बेसिक न्यूमरेसी, डिसीजन मेकिंग एंड कुछ क्वेश्चन आपके रीजनिंग, कुछ बेसिक न्यूमरेसी के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. बट दिस इज क्वालिफाइंग. बट मेन जो खेल आपकी शुरुआत होती है वो होती है मेंस में. और मेंस आपका जो एग्जाम है उसमें 500 मार्क्स का ऑप्शनल है. अब आप सबने ऑप्शनल डिसाइड कर रखा हो, मैं ऐसी उम्मीद करता हूं. बट उस ऑप्शनल के डिसाइड करने के बाद अगर नहीं किया तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन ऑलवेज आस्क अस, वी विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू आउट ऑन दैट. एंड देन after that we have got the next thing which is coming there after that optional is your general studies. General studies is 1000 marks. So अभी आपको पता लगता है कि 500 मार्क्स का ऑप्शनल है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, और 1000 मार्क्स का जीएस है. इसमें 4 पेपर होते हैं. एक पेपर आपका पेपर 1 है जिसमें आपकी हिस्ट्री आती है, सोशल इश्यूज आते हैं, और उसमें ज्योग्राफी के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. पेपर 2 हैज गॉट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और पॉलिटी, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. पेपर 3 ब्रॉडली मैं आपको बता सकता हूं, उसमें वी हैव गॉट साइंस टेक, वी हैव गॉट डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट, वी गॉट सम एनवायरनमेंट, एंड देन उसमें कुछ क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जिसमें आपको कुछ ज्योग्राफी के भी, कुछ एनवायरनमेंट के भी कॉमन इश्यूज होते हैं, और अपना जो इकोनॉमी का भी क्वेश्चन रहता है. पेपर 4 है. पेपर 4 में आपके रहेंगे क्वेश्चंस, दे आर प्राइमरली फ्रॉम एथिक्स, और कुछ एटीट्यूड, कुछ एप्टीट्यूड, कुछ केस स्टडी दे देंगे. एंड देन इन दैट दे विल आस्क यू दैट इफ दिस इज द कंडीशन हाउ वुड यू एक्चुअली डील विद इट. तो मेरे ख्याल में जो आपकी जो पूरी रूपरेखा बनती है वो 4 के 4 पेपर में, इसमें बहुत डाइवर्सिटी आ जाती है. इसके बाद का जो लेवल होता है उसमें एक और पेपर है, वो पेपर है आपका व्हाट यू कॉल इट एज एसे. 250 मार्क्स का एसे होता है, एंड उस एसे के अंदर आपको जो बात की जाएगी उसके अंदर दे वुड बी आस्किंग यू about some issues which you normally prepare for your general studies, like political, economic, social, historical, ethical, moral, ऐसे topics होते हैं. तो ऐसा कह सकता हूँ कि 1000 plus 250 1250 मार्क्स का is all about GS content that you have got. Now after that, the next thing which comes is what we have got interview. Interview में भी primarily they're talking about general studies and 275 marks का. तो अगर मैं बोलूँ आपको 2025 marks, out of that science 500, everything is revolving around GS, and GS is very vague. Very, very vague, if I can say. So in that case, you need to have somebody who has been through this mesh of routes and then knows and makes sense out of it. And in that process, what I am actually assuming is that how to really go about a coaching institute plays a very vital role. And I think Pratap would definitely share with you the kind of role that coaching can play in making sense out of the entire thing, where you got a lot of confusions as far as what to study as part of general studies.
Yes. First, most of us are from engineering backgrounds and from other medical backgrounds. So nowadays UPSC is attracting talents from all other backgrounds. So the first thing which we need to know is, as we are from completely a different background, we need a person who can guide us in the path, because as Kansa was saying, this GS is very vague. You have to decode the syllabus. The syllabus is just a kind of what I can say, it's little vague, so you have to decode the syllabus, and the decoding the syllabus actually needs a mastery. So that for the coaching centers will help you, like how it should be focused towards what are the things which need to be done, and which are the things that should not be done. Because in UPSC, for example, if you take history, you have 40 to 50 books. So make sure that you read a book which actually gives you 60 to 70% of the portion in a complete whole science manner. So this way the coaching institute can help you, and because they are into the journey for more than 10 years like that. So they are into the journey, so they'll be knowing what are the things that UPSC, because I'm only experienced with my journey, but the coaching institutes like KSG will be having the experience of people who cleared it and also who doesn't cleared it, and they know better that what are the things that we should not do. And in UPSC, the entire success lies in the things that which we should not do here. So that way this coaching center will be very helpful for you. And so general studies need to be done with a kind of precision. So this way this UPSC coachings will help you. And GS1, it's a pretty kind of factual thing. So factual things like history, geography, in geography, history also you have a lot of factual, and you need some kind of book materials to study, whereas the second and third paper you need a kind of current affair linked forward backward linkages. So in that second and third paper, this coaching is actually plays a predominant role. And in the fourth paper it's ethics. So with regards to ethics, try to be very natural, because don't be a bookish. We have seen that all the bookish answers are getting very less marks, and you can read books for things like small terms like difference between value and morality, what is the ethics and governance, and those things you can have it. Those things you can have it, but mostly be natural in writing the ethics answers. So these are some of these things, and Sir will take over from me, like about proceeding with the ethics answers and the other GS answers also.
Yes, I mean writing is very important, but then I am glad to join now with you across the country, and we are with Dinesh, rank number 6 of the country, and then he is such a young boy and full of energy and then a lot of enthusiasm, and then he has come to address you. I think you can say hi to the whole country. He speaks very good Hindi also.
एक्चुअली मतलब मुझे थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी आता है, तो अगर कोई ग्रामेटिकली मिस्टेक है तो थोड़ा माफ़ कर देना. हाँ, यस, काफ़ी अच्छा लगा. मतलब मैंने सीन माई रिज़ल्ट, मतलब मैंने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि मतलब मुझे रैंक 6 आ जाएगा. तो एक्चुअली मैंने जब रिज़ल्ट खोला है तो मैंने एंडिंग से सर्च करना शुरू किया था. तो बिकॉज आई नो आई वोंट मेक इट टू टॉप लिस्ट. सो व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम द एंड, माई फ्रेंड्स हैव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड सर्चिंग, एंड दे हैव read out 5 names and the 6th name was mine. So they started screaming rank 6. तो it's very good. काफ़ी अच्छा फीलिंग था वो. So should I share my strategy?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. General points on also?
You can.
ठीक है,
That was
मतलब
country.
yeah,
Yeah, first say hi, introduce to the whole India.
okay, hi. I mean, this I think ये मेरा first experience is.
We are not actors. I mean, the whole country knows we are not actors. And see the humility that he has got. He was looking for his result from below, and the friends look at their face. They were looking from top. So
Yes,
that's the difference that you have got, and that's amazing, I would say. And he is a very, very humble person. He is. Both of
Thank
them
you.
actually have touched
Thank you,
me for the
sir.
rest
Thank
of
you
my
so
life
much.
for a lot of things.
Thank you so
And
much.
definitely he'll talk about his
Yes,
experience.
and thank you so much because thank you so much, Kansa, because I think this is the first time that I'm addressing throughout India. So, first
You are a star.
experience.
You are a star. Do you know that?
No, sir, I'm not a star. I'm meant to deliver to this country.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the spirit.
So yes, matlab, I just want to say two to three general points, and let me introduce first myself. And I am Dinesh Kumar. I got rank 6 this time, as you all know. And I hail from Andhra Pradesh, from a town from the city Vijayawada. I did my engineering, mechanical engineering from NIT Warangal. Later I worked, मैंने मतलब काम किया था BPCL में. तो then even उस समय मतलब I learned how to speak Hindi. So I worked in Jalandhar for 1 year. Then मैंने शुरू किया था preparation 2015 में. 2015 में शुरू किया था 1 year coaching and 1 year of the exam. And ये मेरा first attempt है. And मेरा optional is political science.
Last attempt था.
First attempt is
Last attempt था.
Yeah, it became last attempt.
Don't say like it was my first attempt है.
Yeah. So मतलब
In fact, both of you get the last attempt.
even his first attempt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last attempt.
Yes,
Yeah.
last attempt.
But if you say last attempt, it's like sixth attempt. So
No. First and the last.
First and the last, yes.
Yeah.
तो मतलब जो people first attempt में है, they have a golden opportunity. Because फर्स्ट attempt में काफ़ी enthusiasm होता है, एंड जो भी मतलब कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट जो बोलते हैं वो पढ़ने का मन भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा होता है, तो वो एक फ्लो में हो जाता है अगर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट है तो. अगर सेकंड अटेम्प्ट है तो यू हैव टू पिक योर सेल्फ अप अगेन आफ्टर मेंस और इंटरव्यू. सो वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट पार्ट था, यू नो, पिकिंग अप योर सेल्फ अगेन. जो भी तुम्हारा है 100% एफर्ट फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में होना चाहिए, बिकॉज एज आई सेड इट्स ए गोल्डन अटेम्प्ट. फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट इज ऑलवेज. अगर नहीं हुआ देन इट्स नॉट एट ऑल अ प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज देयर आर मेनी पीपल who are clearing this exam in second, third and fourth, and there might be few people who would not give first attempt as a serious attempt, so virtually second attempt would be their first attempt. So please keep that in your mind. First most important thing is matlab how to carry your motivation levels, because this exam is like a marathon. ये पता नहीं होता है कि मतलब हमारा कब होगा. तो एक्चुअली व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड माय एग्जाम में, तो मेरा मैं एक्चुअली बीपीसीएल में काम कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरा पापा वाज वेरी स्पेक्टिकल. उसने बोला कि मतलब अभी अच्छे से सैलरी आ रहा है, क्यों छोड़ना है, मतलब 1 लाख, यू नो, इट टेक सो मच टाइम टू अर्न फॉर अस, तुम मतलब ऐसे छोड़ रहे हो तुम. तो मैंने बोला कि मतलब इट्स फाइन, अगर बीपीसीएल में अगर ये जॉब से नहीं है तो आई वुड गेट सम अदर गुड जॉब इन गवर्नमेंट. तो मैंने ये बोला है पापा को दैट बिकमिंग एन आईएएस और आईपीएस इज नॉट ऑलवेज माय ड्रीम. रादर अगर इस एग्जाम का अगर आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो देन यू विल बिकम ए मच मोर रेस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन. एंड इतना नॉलेज आ जाता है आपको प्रिपरेशन से, एंड इतना कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाता है, यू कैन क्रैक एनी एग्जाम इफ नॉट यूपीएससी. तो ये एक्चुअली मेरा एग्जाम का बर्डन मुझ पे कभी नहीं था. तो अभी मान लो मुझे कभी ऐसे थॉट नहीं आया कि अगर आईएएस नहीं हो तो क्या होगा. तो बिकॉज आई एम नॉट स्टडीइंग जस्ट टू बिकम एन आईएएस और एन आईपीएस ऑफिसर, सो वो प्रेशर नहीं था. तो ये मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि लर्निंग इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. आई मीन लविंग द प्रोसेस इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन द आउटकम. इफ यू स्टार्ट लविंग वॉट यू आर रीडिंग एवरी डे, डोंट जस्ट स्टडी टू बिकम एन आईएएस और एन आईपीएस और टू गेट इन टू सम सर्विस. स्टडी बिकॉज यू आर लविंग इट. So if you do that, then you can carry your motivation levels. And trust me, मतलब 2 साल में there is no day that I have demotivated. So throughout my preparation, I was motivated, and I was always ready to read something else, because I was loving that process more than the exams and all. So keep this in mind. ये actually motivation के लिए आप मतलब जा सकते हो एक motivation classes के लिए. Khan sir might motivate you 1 or 2 days, but he may not be with you every time throughout your preparation. He's such a person, he will be with you, but again it's not practically possible. I know Khan sir is very kind. Whenever you have some doubt or some problem, he's like your father, and you can go and ask him all the doubts. But again, as I said, there will be few times where we have to motivate ourselves, and this has to come internally. Internal motivation के लिए आपने आपका reason ढूंढना पड़ेगा. It has to be your own reason. It might be for your family, or it might be your circumstances, or it might be to get into to serve this nation. So that should be again your primary criteria to serve this nation. तो वो एक general चीज़ है. And second thing is you should have self confidence in yourself. सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज अभी मतलब यूपीएससी वांट्स टू टेक 1000 कॉन्फिडेंट पीपल. अगर हमको कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है कि मतलब हमारा फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में या कि इस अटेम्प्ट में होगा, देन वाई विल यूपीएससी विल टेक अस. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बिलीव इन आवर सेल्फ. अगर मतलब सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस है आपके आप पे, तो डेफिनेटली यू विल गिव योर 100% एफर्ट. अगर नहीं है तो then you won't give your 100% effort. That means your preparation is lacking something. You are not up to your potential in your preparation. So this is one thing that I want to say. One is self-confidence, and the other is the motivation that I told. And the other important thing is, yes, I mean coaching to some extent is very necessary, because मेरा success में coaching has played a very crucial role. One, because UPSC का preparation ऐसा है, मतलब when I started my preparation मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता था. To be very frank, I don't know the difference between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha when I started. So I was a clean slate when I came here. So only after I joined some coaching institute, they have provided me a direction. Because they teach something every day, and they give us some syllabus, they conduct test series along with their classes, along with their courses. So that will help us, that will keep us on track, and they will provide us a good direction. Because and one more thing is, this exam also requires some smart work. Hard work मतलब सबको ही करता है, लेकिन थोड़ा smart work करना भी चाहिए. ये smart work मतलब कैसे करना है लोग पूछते हैं, because I was interacting with so many people. बोल रहे कि पूछ रहे कि मतलब सर स्मार्ट वर्क कैसे करना है, मतलब फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में अगर क्लियर करना है तो क्या करना है. तो ये एक्चुअली अगर स्मार्ट वर्क मतलब क्या होता है, अभी मान लो कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट सारा मटेरियल वो लोग पढ़ के, इतना एक्सपर्ट पढ़ के बना के हमको दे रहा है. तो अगर हम वो ही यूज कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब है कि वी आर डूइंग ए स्मार्ट वर्क. So because we are not reading an entire textbook, rather we are reading just the essence of a let's say summary of an economic survey, rather than reading entire economic survey or a budget. You can read your entire economic survey or a budget. In fact, I would suggest you to read. I read entire economic surveys and budgets, but at the same time, आपको इतना टाइम भी नहीं मिलता है कि सारे books cover कर पाओगे. Like India Air book, it's very bulky, and generally it's better to read the essence that was given by the coaching institutes. Just given by the coaching institutes. The same goes with the materials also. Ye Bipin Chandra, these are all very bulky books. So you can start with the materials provided by them, and once you have understood the question, then you can go into the textbooks. So this is what I did. मैंने यही किया था 2 साल तक. तो रिजल्ट अच्छा है.
How did you keep yourself motivated with the process? How you were anchoring with the process? That's something which I'd like to know. That is a lovely idea that you have shared. That don't look at the goal, look at the process of learning.
Yes.
What was, if it is not too personal motivating factor, like to share कि आपको क्या मोटिवेट करता था, लर्निंग कैसे एक्साइटिंग था?
एक्चुअली काफ़ी एक्साइटिंग था, बिकॉज मैंने जो बोला था कि मुझे जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था मुझे कुछ नहीं पता था, तो दैट वाज वन थिंग. सो एक्चुअली मुझे बहुत इनसिक्योरिटी है, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक. आई एम ए वेरी इनसिक्योर पर्सन. सो
इनसिक्योरिटी इज द मोटिवेटर, इज दैट?
यस, इनसिक्योरिटी इज अ मोटिवेटर फॉर मी.
लवली, दैट्स लवली. नेगेटिव थिंग हेल्पिंग यू पॉजिटिव.
यस. सो एक्चुअली इनसिक्योरिटी था मुझे, ताकि मतलब आई वाज ऑलवेज इन डाउट वेदर आई कैन compete with the rest of the people or not, because I always thought rest of the people are more knowledgeable and more intelligent than me, and they know
ended up beating them.
Yeah, I'm not ended up exactly beating them. So वो थोड़ा insecurity था, so that pushed me very hard to work hard, because I know that if I have to clear this exam, I have to beat these people around me who are more knowledgeable and intelligent. So that kept me going very hard.
You never got demotivated. Is that what I am learning?
Yes.
That's amazing, no? I mean, Pratap, did you get ever demotivated?
Like,
how you coped up with that?
Yeah, most of the time I didn't feel demotivated, but not as like Dinesh, not even a single day. But there are few, like very few days, like maybe 4 or 5 days, like some test I may get a very less mark. That time I used to get okay, why this is like, and that actually I didn't take it as a demotivation, that like next test I have to prove myself with a more vigor. So that is the thing. So demotivation also should be converted into a motivating factor, so that you can push it 2 steps higher rather than going 1 step. You can go 1 more step higher if you get a low mark, and next time I have to top this class, like that. So these kind of, as Dinesh said, all will be there for some time only, but it is us who has to motivate us all through the journey. Because as sir used to keep on telling, nobody will make you an IAS officer, only you can make you as an IAS officer. So make sure that like we get all the guidance, and sir will be there and other people also will be there to motivate us and guide us, but make sure that every day it is you have to keep ourselves motivated. So that is what it is needed in this preparation. This 2 year, at least the minimum of 2 years is actually needed in this preparation, and this 2 years you have to keep your efforts at more than 100%, and with the kind of external positive factors which will make you to be make you the process of becoming an IAS officer.
जस्ट वांट टू शेयर वन थिंग सर. एक्चुअली अभी प्रताप ने बोला कि मतलब कभी कभी टेस्ट में ऐसा होता है कि हमको काफ़ी कम मार्क्स आते हैं एंड वी फील डिमोटिवेटेड. तो मुझे एक्चुअली ऐसा लगता है ये एक्चुअली आप लोग किस चीज़ के लिए डिमोटिवेट हो रहे हो, एंड आई थिंक यू हैव टू लिस्ट आउट द रीजंस व्हाई यू आर गेटिंग डिमोटिवेटेड. अगर वो टेस्ट सीरीज का रीज़न है, आई हैव अ वेरी गुड सोल्यूशन फॉर इट. ऑलवेज बिलीव दैट UPSC is going to evaluate you and not coaching institutes or the test that you are writing. These tests are just a material for you to excel in your final exam. So it is UPSC, that is June 3rd next year. Yes, June 3rd is the final evaluation date for you. अभी मतलब जो भी tests हो रहे हैं, they are not the evaluation test for you. They are not the test for you. In fact, they are a material for you given by coaching institutes. That's it. So keep that in your mind. Always keep that UPSC is going to evaluate me and not these tests. So even if you get less marks in 1 or 2 tests, you won't get demotivated.
Yes, that's precisely. I mean, it's a simple mantra that how you can change a negative thing को positive कैसे बनाना है. मतलब कि आपको ये बोलना है कि चाहे आपको मेरे को यहाँ negative आ गया, कम आ गया, less आ गया, but आगे मैं छोड़ूंगा नहीं. But only thing is that कि चलो यहाँ negative आता है, आने दो, वहाँ एक अच्छा सा आ जाएगा. तो वो भी नहीं होता है कि यहाँ पे नहीं आया तो वहाँ पे आ जाएगा. उसके बाद जिद करना है कि अब मुझे पक्का लाना है. Now I have to definitely get it. These coaching institutes not giving, doesn't matter. I'll get it from UPSC. आपको you have to select yourself before you go in front of UPSC asking them to select. खुद को select करना है बेटा. That is very vital. I mean, if you go folded hand with you to UPSC, they will definitely not select. But you say like, hey, I have come here and I know I own a seat there, they will definitely. और ये all India के achievers हैं, and I think what they speak from the heart to you. I mean, they are not somebody who has basically gone into some soul searching and then पहाड़ से नहीं आए हैं. They have just been through this. They have not come from the mountains and then giving you that idea. They have some practical solutions. और इनके practical solutions आपको सुनाऊंगा मैं आपको. जैसे ही questions आपके आने वाले शुरू हो जाएंगे, आपके questions के जवाब देंगे, और फिर specifically आप चाहे इंडिया में जमशेदपुर में बैठे हैं, चाहे रोहतक में बैठे हैं, चाहे बिलासपुर में बैठे हैं, चाहे भिलाई में बैठे हैं, चाहे रायपुर, कहीं भी बैठे हैं, आप किसी जगह में बैठे हैं, I think we will reach you directly there and we'll get you those questions answered. But मेरे को जो अभी एक चीज आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये एक मेसी अफेयर है. जो जनरल स्टडीज व्हाट यू टॉक अबाउट इज अ वेरी वेरी मेसी अफेयर only if you see it from outside. But if you get inside with some GPS in your hand, I think probably a coaching institute can help you, guide you through those lanes, because of only one reason, that we've been there before. That's all. There's nothing that we will invent and we'll make you nice officer, we'll read on your behalf, or we collect. No, we just been through this lane and we know something which we have seen as a problem in the past, and we have a trend which we over the years have collected, and that is what we pass on. काम आपसे शुरू होता है और आप पे खत्म होता है. The work starts at you and the work ends at you. Of course, God knows that next year I am standing here again talking to some of you who is listening to me. Like I was very emotional when Pratap was telling me in some other meeting that we were having. He said कि मैं last time I was sitting there and I was listening to you from the dais, and then Tina was speaking that day.
Yeah.
Tina was speaking that day, and today see that how beautiful it is. Like Pratap is standing in front of me and addressing the whole country. I mean, you can't imagine my amount of kind of happiness that I have got. God knows, आप में से अगली बार कल कोई आकर मुझे ये बोले कि I was listening to you with Dinesh and Pratap, and then I am here with you today. So that will be amazing, and I think each one of you have a potential to do it. और दिनेश सर की भिलाई से हिंदी में की तारीफ आ रही है. You're doing good Hindi, and I think the country seems to be impressed with you.
Thank you so much.
And what I'm basically trying to add here is that एक बार अभी कुछ दिन पहले दिनेश से बात कर रहा था. Then that he was telling me a very interesting thing. He said like when I got selected, I mean I think one very feeling which came is that, I mean, oh God, now it's done. I said like, yeah, that's what it is. That it should have been that, yes, it is done. But he says no. What it says that if I had not cleared it, I do not know what I would have done. For the reason, he said that he had given his 100%. So that is what is required. If you give your 100%, because since he had given all the efforts that he had, all the labor that he could do, all the intellect that he could have exhausted and used, सब कुछ लगा दिया था, और उसके बाद भी अगर नहीं होता तो he had no trick left. तो इतना it actually takes to actually get there. Give your 100%, and there's no reason that my next address is with you. So there is a possibility. वो 100% जो बताया था कि given my 100%, वो क्या होता है? What is that 100% that you're talking about?
सर 100% मतलब सर एक्चुअली ये एक फील होता है, ठीक है. मतलब ये मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस था. मतलब लोग एक्चुअली मुझे काफ़ी लोग पूछा कि सर आपने कितने घंटा पढ़ रहे हो, मतलब डू वी हाउ टू स्टडी 14 आवर्स और 15 आवर्स. तो मैंने मतलब कभी ऐसा नहीं रखा था कि हाउ टू स्टडी 16 आवर्स ए डे. तो लेकिन जब व्हेन आई गो टू स्लीप, मुझे एक फील आना चाहिए कि आई हैव गिवन माई 100%. तो वो अपने आप को समझ में आ जाता है सर. मतलब बिफोर गोइंग टू स्लीप अगर आपने सोचा है कि मतलब मैंने क्या किया है आज, इफ़ यू हैव वेस्टेड योर टाइम गोइंग टू पार्टीज और रोमिंग इन द स्ट्रीट्स ऑफ सम सिटी of this beautiful country, you will come to know, sir, that you are not giving your 100%, and we, trust me, we ourselves are the best evaluators.
Precisely, I mean that's what it is. एक बार कोई ड्रीम देखा है तो it is very important that you must feed your dream. अगर ड्रीम को खाना नहीं दोगे, ड्रीम मर जाएगी, malnutrited. So first of all, don't dream. But if you dream every night before sleeping, please feed your dream, and that is what it means 100%. But of course, for getting to the same place, there's just not one route. And let me now ask Pratap as to what is his meaning of 100%, and when he gives 100%.
Yeah. Exactly. Like Dinesh said, every serious aspirant will have an intuition, and that will like when you don't give your thing which you want to do that day, you must have planned something for a day in the morning, and when at the night when you didn't do that fully, that will not make you sleep. And usually the former president Mr. Abdul Kalam used to say, dreams are not that one which comes during sleep. The dream that doesn't make you sleep is the real dream. So that is actually needed. And when you can clear it in this first attempt, it's not a rocket science that you cannot clear it. We can easily clear in the first attempt, provided, as Dinesh said, and I'm saying, like, we have to give that 100% daily. Don't roam these things. Pass everything for the 2 years, and after 2 years, see the life, how the big responsibility you would be having in this life, and how your life changes after it. So these are some short-term happiness. Make sure that you forgo the short-term happiness or pass this happiness for the next 2 years, and make sure that you think of your long-term happiness of serving the people, or getting a family good, or like have a peaceful life, and have a good responsibility all through your life. And also one more thing I have to say, when you clear this examination, the work is not done. This is just a part of, this is just a not even a minuscule percentage, and the remaining 36-37 years of service is ahead of you. And make sure that you got a name of a good student, but you have to get a name of a good officer in the next years. So make sure that see this as a service and the responsibility. Don't come here only for this lal bati or the power. Okay, that will just make you push, but that will not make you push too far in this full year of preparation. Yes. That's what I want to say.
And things have changed, must have changed. Like, I mean, he was telling me the other day that even his friends have become very formal to him. Probably he's not receiving all the jokes that he used to receive on his SMS and WhatsApp. So how the life has changed with you after selection? I mean, like,
like usually my friend circle is little large, but now usually my close friends will be some 10 to 15 people. But day after result, they used to ask me, like, I have to call you sir, or the colloquial slang is macha in Tamil, which means bro kind of things. So that is like, then one day they usually call me for films, because now I am free after films, after this interview, and now they ask me, are you coming? That time they used to book the tickets and call me like, I'm coming here, but
So
now,
life has changed.
but now I told them that that is just a different kind of thing. My personal life is different, so make sure that you balance both. It is, don't take everything into your head. It is also a kind of responsibility that you have, and it should be, you have to be more cautious with it. Make sure that you restrict some kind of things which you are doing previously, but don't lose your personal friendship, because that makes you to go higher, because in this service you get all kind of tensions and those things. So you need some trustworthy persons to share your experience, or share your things that you want, and get a valuable advice from them. So make yourself, you balance both your personal and the professional life. So I'm learning to get it done.
All right. I mean, let me just ask Mr. Dinesh about it. I'm saying Mr. Dinesh. See the difference it is coming, and that's what it actually brings. So if I'm asking Mr. Dinesh that how he has been coping up with the kind of stardom that he has got across the country, and coping up is the word which I've used.
Actually, yes, sir. I mean, there are many people, start coming to you. So many relatives, there are many relatives I even don't know. They start coming to you and they start congratulating you. At the same time, you will meet a very great persons of this country. So it's again an opportunity for me. Like I met a few Anna Hazare sir, and I met Anna Hazare sir, our chief minister itself. So interacting with them, gives will make you a much better person. What I feel is, so to be very frank, this success of in UPSC has changed my life, because one reason is because I wouldn't have got the same opportunities to interact with many people like now I am getting, and at the same time people are looking up to us as an inspiration. There are many people who was testing me that, sir, you are my inspiration. So actually that should always be our goal, to inspire as many people as possible, and you will be in such a stage where you could inspire a few people by talking to them. Like I was attending many of colleges and schools. There, even if you can motivate one or two people, and
today also inspiring the whole country. I mean, the entire country is watching.
You can see the change right now itself, rather than suggesting my examples. So even if you can change the lives of one or two people, just by addressing them, so you're doing your job. I mean, that is what actually job satisfaction is, or what we want at the end of the life.
But that's what exactly is at KSG. Even one person, the way he's saying that 1 or 2%, even one person is 100%. Yes. If you can touch the life of one person, it can make big difference in one person. I mean, that's amazing that you have got. In fact, इसमें जो चीजें आप अचीव करते हैं, I mean, I was with अनुराग, वो पिछले साल के रैंक 11 है. तो अभी मैं परसों उनके साथ था, वो बता रहे थे कि द काइंड ऑफ फैसिलिटीज हिमाचल में उनको अभी दे आर ऑन द फर्स्ट फेज ऑफ ट्रेनिंग. तो हिमाचल में अभी गए लास्ट बैच के, तो ही वाज टेलिंग मी कि दैट आई वाज एट वन स्टेज, आई वाज क्रेविंग कि मेरे को इसकी फैसिलिटी नहीं मिली है, टीवी ठीक नहीं चल रहा है, हमारा गेस्ट हाउस रेस्ट हाउस ठीक नहीं है. एंड देन ही सेड लाइक द डे टाइम ही वाज अटैच्ड टू एसडीएम. So he was with the SDM, and then he saw that there's an old lady comes, और वो बोलती है कि मेरे पड़ोस के लोगों ने वो पानी बंद कर रखा है, जिसकी वजह से मेरा रास्ता बंद हो जाता है, जिसकी वजह से दिक्कत हो जाती है, मैं अपने घर तक नहीं पहुंच सकती हूँ, मैं अपने एनिमल्स को बाहर नहीं निकाल सकती हूँ. And then he said like, hey, what I'm complaining? I'm complaining about TV, I'm complaining about comfortable bed, and see the world where it is. Yes. And he was so motivated to work for this nation. But it is not these 3 letters are the possible biggest responsibility that you will get in the country. Yes. It is not some stardom, which of course we enjoy that and we always talk about it, and then there's a big achievement that you have got, but it is actually a huge responsibility that you have got. And then एक लेडी के लाइफ में अगर आप चेंज कर सकते हैं, आई थिंक दैट्स यूनिवर्स फॉर हर. Maybe it is 1 upon 5 lakh more people that will be dealing with, but then for you it will be 1 upon 500,000, but for her it is 1 upon 1. Yes. I mean, that's the thing which they have got, and I'm so touched the way he interpreted कि अगर 2 लोगों को भी चेंज कर देते हैं, if you can touch their lives, there is like 1 upon 1 for them, and ये बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी responsibility है आपको. से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आने लगे हैं. I think we can take some questions also.
Yes.
And
I just want to add one point sir. अभी ये मोटिवेशन के लिए मतलब काफी लोग पूछ रहे हैं तो एक और बताता हूँ. अभी आपने बोला था कि मतलब even if we can change one person's life would you know it means a lot to them. तो अभी कभी भी मतलब आप डिमोटिवेट हो जाओगे ना तो आप मतलब एक राउंड ले लेना कोई भी सिटी में इंडिया में, आप मतलब समझ में आ जाता है कि इंडिया में कितने लोगों का पढ़ने का मौका नहीं मिल रहा है. There are many people in the streets when you go, you know, child labor we see, or there are many people sleeping on the platforms, and they don't have an opportunity to study. अगर हमको मिल रहा है इसका मतलब we are very fortunate. तो keep that in mind. So don't waste that opportunity. तो ये दिस इज वन सेल्फ यू कैन कीप मोटिवेटेड. ये मतलब आपको खुद को ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि मतलब मैं मोटिवेट कैसे हो रहा हूँ. बाय सीइंग सोशल इश्यूज इफ यू आर मोटिवेटेड देन कीप लुकिंग एट द सोशल इश्यूज ऑफ दिस कंट्री. यू योरसेल्फ एक्चुअली सजेस्टेड दिस इवन सम टाइम usually maybe that might also be the reason why I'm not demotivated, because even usually when I'm going on roads I usually have this habit of observing the things. So कितने लोग मतलब they are in such a bad condition and we are very fortunate to have all this. So that's why you have to give your 100%. It's our minimum responsibility. What I feel is
minimum responsibility
Yes.
is 100%.
Yes.
And that is what. और ये जो demotivating factor है ना बेटा, इनको अगर आप interest दोगे तो आपको ऐसे में बात कर रहा था. I would like to share with you another incident. This one job which gives you so much of motivation from meeting people who are extremely motivated from inside. I like to share one incident. I was talking to some audience there, and then somebody asked, Attar, आप जानते हैं last year के second rank था उनका. Somebody asked him that, hey, I mean, you come from Jammu and Kashmir और उसमें दिक्कत इतनी है, इतनी problem है, इतना सारी समस्या है. How could you actually come up and then become rank 2 of the country? He said like, no, I never had any problem, and I am son of a teacher, and I am very fortunate to have come this way, and then there's nothing, no problem I have ever faced. मैंने उसको मतलब पूछा कि भाई ये क्या बोल रहे हैं आप, ऐसे कैसे बोल सकते हैं? Because I know him first hand that he has come from the state and everybody knows about Jammu and Kashmir. What he said, you know, he told me something which I'll never forget. He said, sir, I was never interested in any one of them. So if you are interested in the problem that you are facing, you get glued to them. वो आप वहीं रुक जाते हैं. लेकिन अगर आप उसको आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं, उससे आगे निकलना चाहते हैं, तो आपको पहले उनसे बाहर अपने आप को अलग करना पड़ेगा, डिटैच करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम सबको है, सबके पास कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है. और अभी आपने सुना इन दोनों लोगों से, द बिग अचीवर से, कि इन्होंने अपने आप को मोटिवेट करने के लिए बाहर के स्टिमुलस में नेगेटिव चीज को यूज कर लिया. अगर मान लो कि किसी को समस्या हो रही है तो मैं काम ज्यादा करूंगा. I mean, I think that's something which is amazing that you have got, and this is what makes somebody different from others. कि हर जगह वो they look for something positive to happen, and then they actually make it happen also. अभी काफी questions आ गए हैं. एक questions आ रहा है, which book will be better for geography optional for self preparation? पटना से पूछा गया, but ये चूंकि हम अभी यहाँ पे optional की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, and optionals are very diverse, तो मेरे ख्याल में we cannot take this क्वेश्चन, बट बिलासपुर का क्वेश्चन हम ले सकते हैं. हाउ टू मैनेज बोथ कॉलेज स्टडीज एंड यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन. देखो अभी आप चाहे जहां भी रहते हैं, जिस शहर में रहते हैं, वहां पर अगर आप तैयारी शुरू करना चाहते हैं, जो कि अब आपको दिल्ली वाली कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट वहीं मिल सकती है, बिलासपुर में मिल सकती है, तो बहुत जरूरी है कि अपना एक बड़ा गोल बना करके उसको छोटे छोटे फीड देना शुरू करें. क्योंकि जैसे आप छोटे छोटे फीड देना शुरू करोगे तो धीरे धीरे आपका जो जर्नी है वो पूरी होती जाएगी. एंड देन एट लास्ट व्हेन यू आर एक्चुअली गिविंग योर अटेम्प्ट, उस समय कोई डिस्ट्रैक्शन नहीं होना चाहिए. यू शुड कंसंट्रेट 100%. तो मेरे ख्याल में इफ आई कैन आस्क प्रताप ऑल्सो कि व्हाट वन शुड बी doing, because he started his little bit of preparation during his last final year of college. So how he was dealing, and then after that I would ask the same question to you also, that how you were dealing with the whole thing. First Pratap, from the college.
Yeah. Thanks for the question. And sir, the college is one of the launch pad for this UPSC preparation, I say, because the first I'm from an engineering background. The first 3 years I will not be having any time because we are held up with our technical subjects. But in the final semester we have only one project kind of, so we'll be little free. So I will not suggest you, I need not suggest you that you should start a full-fledged 8-10 hours study of preparation at that time, because it's not possible also. If you can, it's good. But the least thing that we can do is, you can just start reading the 6th to 10th standard NCERTs, which will be very easy to understand also. It need not have any coaching or somebody to teach people. So to get a fair understanding of what the UPSC is about, its history, geography, because we might have studied a long back those syllabus. So just a way of revising and those things, what is Indus Valley civilization and those things. So that is one thing which you can do. And the other thing which you can do is please start reading newspapers. That is very, very important. So even in your hectic college schedule, make sure that you finish a paper in 2-3 hours. That 2-3 hours may be the whole full day. You can take 1 hour sometime whenever you find the time. So this paper reading and this NCERT's primary class 6 to 10 books will be definitely a good launch pad for the UPSC preparation, and then you can start your full-fledged preparation when you complete this, because once you know you are coming into the preparation, we'll be knowing what are the things that we need to do, we should not do, and it is very important to know what we should not do in this preparation, because UPSC is flooded with materials, so we have to pick the right kind of materials which we need to do, so that you can get things right from college. You can prepare a roadmap that I'm going to do this in the next 1 year, I'm going to crack this in the first attempt itself. So this is one thing which you can do.
And चूंकि ये क्वेश्चन बिलासपुर से आया था, तो मैं एक चीज और ऐड कर सकता हूँ कि बिलासपुर में अगर आपको एनसीईआरटी या दूसरी ऐसी चीजों से पढ़ने में अगर कोई दिक्कत आती है, तो एक चीज और भी कर सकते हैं कि बिलासपुर में अपना सेंटर है, तो यू कैन ऑलवेज गो देयर एंड प्रॉब्ली जस्ट गो सिट देयर 3 आवर्स, एंड इन 3 आवर्स में आपको वो बताएंगे कि क्या क्या चीजें हो रही, तो एक फील आपका आना शुरू हो जाएगा. And I would also invite कि हमारा एक वेबसाइट भी है ksgindia.com. I'd like you to come there, and then from there you can every day get some idea as to what is happening in current affair, because current affair newspaper सारा current affair होता है, and you cannot read the entire newspaper. जब सारा आप नहीं पढ़ सकते, तो पहले शुरू में बहुत फालतू की न्यूज़ पढ़ लेते हैं जिसकी ज़रूरत नहीं होती है, क्योंकि वो एक्साइटिंग होता है. कई बार कोई स्कैम पढ़ने लगे, कोई पॉलिटिकल कमेंट्री पढ़ने लगे, एंड देन दे विल टेक लॉट ऑफ योर एनर्जी देयर. तो वहाँ पे डेली केएसजी के वेबसाइट पे हम डालते हैं, ksgindia.com पे हम डेली डालते हैं कुछ ना कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन. और अगर आप कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट में आ सकते हैं, कॉलेज टाइमिंग आपको अलाउ करता है, तो एवरी डे 3 आवर्स व्हेन यू आर लिसनिंग टू द लेक्चर, your mind gets oriented that what all to do. In fact, you will not be able to paint the entire thing, but outline will be painted. Of course, when you have got 1 year to yourself after the college, then you sit down and within those outlines you color the whole thing. But I think I would also invite Dinesh to give some feed on how to go about at this time.
Actually, I even thought of preparing for UPSC in my final year. So I bought all the NCERTs to study in my final year, and I started from 6. But that didn't work out for me because I thought, okay, this is final year, this is a one-time opportunity, and I should enjoy. And if you are very serious, and if you're thinking to manage both your college studies and UPSC preparation, that itself shows you are a very serious aspirant. And I mean, there is no reason why you should not clear this exam if you are thinking in such a manner. So first of all,
Keep in it. No, keep it.
so first of all, you should be very happy for having such an idea. And yes, in final year especially, you will have some time, like even in our college we have only project work on 2 to 3 subjects, so we have lots of free time. Especially you can manage the preparation very well now, because without coming to Delhi, you're getting all the material and all the classes that are taught in Delhi to your cities using this platform. So I think it would be a much better idea and a much smart way to study if you enroll for this program or enroll in some other coaching institutes which are available there. Why? Because UPSC is like an ocean. Okay, UPSC preparation syllabus is like an ocean, and we don't know what to study, and not everything is important for this exam. So the first thing is we have to get familiar with the syllabus and what to read. As exactly Pratap said, we should know what not to read, and to get that familiarity, it will take some time. Generally, what I feel is, in my perspective, it will take 4 to 5 months when you start preparation. So get that familiarity before coming to Delhi, or before formally starting your preparation in the college stage itself, and that should be your goal while in your college.
एक क्वेश्चन भिलाई से भी आता है कि फर्स्ट स्टूडेंट की यूपीएससी की कैसी स्ट्रेटजी होनी चाहिए. मेरे ख्याल में वही एडवाइस है कि आप वहाँ के सेंटर पे जाकर के वहाँ से एक बेसिक आउटलाइन लेना शुरू कर दें, एंड डोंट रन टू फास्ट, क्योंकि मैराथन है. दैट्स व्हाट ही सेज. You can't run like aspirants.
2 years.
See, first year actually you have so much of time,
take it lightly.
Yes, take it lightly and don't take too much pressure of the exam in the first year itself. ये याद रखना कि आपको एग्जाम देना है कम से कम, even if you are from a arts background, you will give exam after 4 years. So मतलब अगर फर्स्ट ईयर से अगर
बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर ले लेंगे
तो वो इतना मोटिवेशन नहीं होता है.
आप जाके 3 घंटे बैठ करके सुन करके आ जाओ, and don't get too much worried about
the classes and read newspapers. That's it.
बस इतना करना. और न्यूज़पेपर में क्या पढ़ना उसके लिए ksgindia.com के वेबसाइट देख ले आप. एक यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आता है कि अमृतसर से, हाउ टू फोकस ऑन एसे राइटिंग. You want to speak first and then?
Yes, actually, but I got very less marks in essay this time. I got only 128 marks. So I don't think I'm the, मतलब मुझे काफी कम मार्क्स आए थे essay में, like इस बार एवरेज 140 था, मुझे 128 ही मिला है. तो मेरा
that's his humility. That's his humility after rank.
I will say
128 is not less.
It's not less.
So there is a question how to focus on essay writing. So I will tell you how not to focus because my experience did not work. See, मेरा experience था ये नहीं हुआ था because मेरा optional political science था and actually लोग बोलते हैं कि जो topic तुमको ज़्यादा पता है वो मत ले लो. तो मैंने यही सोच के political science का जो भी essay topics है I have eliminated and I wrote very general essays. So ये मेरा पहला mistake था. तो अगर choose that essay which you are comfortable with, even if you feel like you won't get marks, there is nothing like that. This is what I felt after giving the exam. And writing important points are very important. I mean, having that continuity in your essays and having relevant points along with 5 to 6 dimensions is very important in your essays. What I feel is, this is what I did. You can see few toppers essays who has got very good marks, like Gaurav Agarwal sir and even Tina Dabi ma'am got very good marks in essay. So you can see their essays to get an idea how they are writing. They write very general points only, but they link जो होता है ऐसे में,
लिंकर इज वेरी
वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एक पैराग्राफ तो वो एक्चुअली मेरा प्रॉब्लम था. आई डोंट यूज्ड टू गेट दैट लिंक एग्जैक्टली राइट. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक आई गॉट लेस मार्क्स इन एसे.
I will tell you about how to do it. I mean, this very simple thing. First thing is that it's a skill, and any skill is what you can hone by more practice. थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, शुरू में गंदा ऐसे आएगा, थोड़ा बेहतर होगा और बहुत बेहतर होने से पहले you don't become Dickens or Charles Dickens or anybody like that. You start writing a good student essay. Good student essay में क्या होना चाहिए कि there are certain things I should like to mention. It should have a lot of energy. It should have a lot of positivity. It's lots of commitment, and then essays should be always written on the topic. Normally we start writing on the theme. और थीम और टॉपिक बहुत ज्यादा फर्क हो जाता है. जैसे एक टॉपिक अभी साल आता है कि if development is not engendered, it is endangered. अब इसमें क्या बहुत सारे बच्चे इस पर सिर्फ इंडिया पर लिख देंगे. It is not a topic on India. It is for half the humanity on this planet Earth. तो पहले टॉपिक को समझो. टॉपिक में देखो कई बार कहीं एस लिखा होता है, कहीं पर एस नहीं होता है, कहीं पर द होता है, कहीं पर द नहीं होता है. It's like whatever, like I mean singular, plural, then also flow of the topic कि किधर से किधर जाता है. कि जैसे ऐसे आता है 2 साल पहले एक टॉपिक था इसमें वो कहते हैं कि the institutions reflect its image on the leader. There's something like that, but lots of people ended up writing that the people who are sitting on the chair, it leaving its imprint on the institution. That's what we normally talk about, but वो उसका flow बिल्कुल ही उल्टा था. तो you have to write like, I mean, whosoever sits at the chair of Prime Ministership of India, he will be using his power as anybody else is using. But लोगों ने बोला कि नहीं, चूंकि T Sridharan बैठे थे तो that's why the metro was doing good. We have got MS Swaminathan when he was heading that, then probably it was doing good. Verghese Kurian was there, then what was doing good. So people write from, so flow of the topic is also very important. Institution to individual है, individual to institution है. Articles definite article है या indefinite article है. If they're talking about the nation, write about India. If writing a nation, write about every country in the world. If they are topic which is based on theme, don't write on India. Mostly we think about India. If the question comes on women empowerment, we end up writing essay on women empowerment in India. So that's not the case. I think it is important. When you're writing essay, structure it well. And structuring it well, I would say like it should be 3 parts. The introduction and conclusion should contribute about 1/3 of the essay, and 2/3 should be the main part. But main part may be every paragraph is a mini essay, which is a complete information and itself connects to the title. So that is very important. तो एक मैं एक बेसिक इंग्रेडिएंट बता देता हूं कि एक बेसिक पैराग्राफ में क्या होना चाहिए. It should have a central idea. I call them as thesis statement. एक central idea होना चाहिए जो कि independently conduct करता है topic से. I mean, it is what of the topic, where of the topic, any of those 5 W's and 1 H से connect करता होगा. Now you go for analyzing that. उसका एनालिसिस करो उसी टाइप जो आपने लिए रखा है पैराग्राफ का मेन थीम. एनालाइज करने के लिए आप लॉजिक दे सकते हो, उसके लिए कुछ एग्जांपल दे सकते हो, कुछ फैक्ट दे सकते हो, कुछ उसकी टोन के बारे में बात कर सकते हो कि which tone that you have got. So ये मिलाकर के I think you can basically do analysis. After that, the third component, first component is your central idea, thesis statement. Second component is analysis, and third component what he was talking about is linker. आपका लिंक, आपका जो फ्लो ऐसे का है, it has to be tested at 2 level, intra paragraph and inter paragraph flow. और इंटर पैराग्राफ फ्लो अगर ठीक नहीं है तो that's what his diagnosis is, that he was not very careful of. It is very important and ये प्रैक्टिस से आ जाएगी. आई एम गिविंग यू वेरी क्विक वर्किंग टूल्स. अगर इंटर पैराग्राफ कनेक्शन करना है तो यू कैन कनेक्ट फ्रॉम हियर ऑल्सो एंड कनेक्ट फ्रॉम हियर ऑल्सो. दीज आर बोथ लिंकर्स. You can link from below, you can link from above, and you can link from both also. So linker goes like that. एक linker हो सकता है sign posting का, like firstly, secondly, thirdly करके हम linker बना देते हैं. Because if you written firstly, तो अगला वाला के लिए वो ready रहता है secondly पढ़ने के लिए, thirdly पढ़ने के लिए. But don't say like 21ly, 22ly. It's not like that. It should not be the case. तो ऐसे एक linker होता है. दूसरा होता है stock phrasing करते हैं. इसको stock phrasing में क्या करते हैं, जिसमें आप supra mentioned, infra mentioned, thus, therefore, hence, above mentioned, apart from, are mentioned below, ये सब आप यूज करके उसको कनेक्ट बना देते हैं. Third type of linker which I can tell you, and this is my favorite linker also, that is what you have got as logical transition. Let the examiner be prepared to read your next essay. Like you're writing about problem of women empowerment and you've written like one problem, and so like apart from that there are other issues also, and we stop there. And after that the next paragraph is already expecting that you're writing about another problem. So prepare him mentally to receive the next. I think Tina के बाद उनके बारे में बात कर रहे थे. She really mastered this skill. She lets everybody know as to what to expect in the following paragraphs. So ये कैसे, I know her for quite some time already. She's like a dear child to me. And then I've seen her working very hard all these stages. धीरे धीरे. तो आप में से सब कर सकते हैं. Only thing is that how much you have invested on honing that skill and probably working around on them. धीरे धीरे consciously करते रहेंगे तो हो जाएगा. Writing essay is just a matter of practice. Content आपका GS में इतना build up कर देंगे कि content की कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी. And then I suppose we can take some more questions because we can't go for one question too long. I think Bangalore question is coming. Sir, how to manage time? I think I will have the experts talking about, but one thing I would like to mention here, your time is definitely not less than others. You also got 24 hours. Both of them got 24 hours, including me getting 24 hours. So it's not the time management is the right word, it's the task management. So, and task management is a simple act of priority. किसको आप ऊपर रखते हैं वो उसको अपने आप हो जाता है, क्योंकि कभी भी आपको सांस लेने के लिए टाइम कम नहीं पड़ा. नेवर एवर यू हैड टाइम मैनेजमेंट प्रॉब्लम विद ड्रिंकिंग ऑफ वाटर. नेवर ever you had time management with talking to you the best friend. So you never had. It's only because they are very high in priority. So I think the first expert I would like to ask, who is expert of time management, he will give you. I have given my feet of time management.
Actually, I think it's a very good advice given by the Khan sir regarding that. It's not time management; it's actually task management. So to get your tasks right, you have to plan yourself. For example, like I used to have 4-month plan every 4 months. So I have divided my entire year into 3 phases. Every 4 months I used to plan. So each and in that 4-month plan I used to have a plan for every day. Suppose let's say after prelims I have planned the next 4 months for my mains, and you give me a random date like August 28th or October 10th, I have something already planned in my schedule. So that actually has given me a path, very good path, because usually what happens is we usually waste some time. मतलब हम movie चले जाते हैं, we go some partying and all, and because we don't know what to read. अगर तुम्हारा पास प्लान है, एक बड़ा सा प्लान है, आपको पता होता है कि मतलब अगर मैं आज नहीं पढ़ा है तो कल ये भी यही पढ़ना है और कल के लिए अलग से भी पढ़ना है. तो that will keep you focused and will not let you waste your time. So that is more important. What I feel is planning is more important for time management. So no, Pradap will
like mine is like every week I used to plan, like this week I have to complete this. So till prelims I had before when I started my preparation in May till December, I had a plan of completing the syllabus once, including the optionals, because I had fully engaged with class also and also the preparation. So the first 6 months was completing the syllabus by reading at least once. And then from January, probably the test series have started, so I'll align my plan with the test series plan. Like this week we have a prelims history test, so we'll be focusing on history like that, and then revising my optionals also. And then after February, March, that is 3 to 4 months before prelims, we get that prelims fever, so-called prelims fever. So we need to focus on that prelims fact oriented also. We need to focus on the current affairs compilations, we have to revise it again and again, and some prelim specific topics like this ancient India, medieval India, and also these are the things that I was focusing. And then after prelims, my focus was I used to study for example, if I study for 8 hours a day, I used to divide my day into 4 hours and 4 hours, pre-lunch and post-lunch, and one session I would fully give my optionals because it is 500 marks worth, so I have to do it my best. And the remaining half a day I would give it for my general studies, the weekly test, because I was in the KSG test series, and every week we have the test series. So the first half I used to study for the optionals, and the second half I used to study for the GS, whichever thing is that scheduled for that week. So this way my time management was going. And when I say 8 hours, people used to ask how to study for 8 hours. Then simple trick is, like we have 24 hours a day and have the maximum of 8 hours sleep. So we are left with 16 hours, and the 16 hours, one for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So 3 hours have gone, 13 hours is there. And in that 5 hours you can even watch a movie, like I'm saying. So you waste it for any time, but you are left with 8 hours. So use that 8 hours judiciously and effectively. That is more than sufficient to crack this examination.
So I think we can take that question for working student 10 to 6.
Yeah, you would like to take that question?
Yes, I mean, actually now, just now Pratap said that 8 hours of preparation is enough for this exam, and this guy who has asked this question is getting 8 hours, so that's why.
That's right.
So for a working student 10 to 6 p.m.
Jamshedpur, this question comes from Jamshedpur.
So actually, see, after you're working from 10 to 6 p.m., that means you have 5 to 6 hours after your working schedule. And see, general newspaper takes 2 hours time. When you are in the office itself, it doesn't matter which office you are in, you will get some time, 10-15 minutes इधर उधर मिल जाता रहता है आपको, तो वो 10 मिनट में एक आर्टिकल पढ़ सकते हो आप, हिंदू या मतलब कोई भी पेपर का. तो आप आर्टिकल्स ये सब ऑफिस आवर में कंप्लीट कर लेना. एंड इसके बाद जो टाइम होता है, मतलब शाम को ऑफिस से आने के बाद यू स्टार्ट टेकिंग योर स्टैंडर्ड टेक्स्ट बुक्स. मेक इट ए पॉइंट टू कंप्लीट योर न्यूज़पेपर इन द ऑफिस इटसेल्फ. एंड संडे जो होता है, संडे बहुत जुडिशियसली यूज करना. मेक मोस्ट आउट ऑफ इट. यू मे स्टडी फॉर 12 hours in a Sunday. So this is how I think you can manage your time.
There's one question coming from Bangalore again. Sir, can I get some idea to read newspaper? I think a simple trick which I would like to add here is ensure that newspapers are very live document. In fact, another question comes from Bilaspur also, ki shall we just depend on the KG material or also do newspapers? I think for both of you, my answer is coming from Bangalore or Bilaspur, irrespective, that it is, I would say, first you do a detailed reading of the syllabus, and then it is the pigeonhole in which all current affairs will be docked. See, what we do, or any compiler person who does the whole thing, what they do, we take a snapshot. Snapshot is a frozen slice of time in space, and then that is probably not as interesting as it is evolving over the period of time. Newspaper helps you see it how it evolves. Like right from the time you have got our Prime Minister is flying to Israel, the news starts coming, and then you kind of connect with the whole thing much better. So it is very important that we not miss out the newspaper. और केसी में डेली हम लोग वेबसाइट पर डालते हैं, वहाँ से भी आप निकाल सकते हैं बहुत सारे मटेरियल को, और उससे पता लग जाए कौन कौन से मटेरियल निकालने हैं. लेकिन अल्टीमेटली जो आपको रखना है वो रखना है ऐसे इश्यूज को जो कि काफ़ी लॉन्ग टर्म कनेक्ट करते हैं अपने सिलेबस के साथ. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई टेल यू सेंसेक्स इज जंपिंग 300 पॉइंट्स, तो 300 points is not important, Sensex is important because there is a topic in economy which connects with this. तो अपना syllabus को ढूंढ लो. Syllabus is the hook on which you're going to hang the current affair information. एंड देन उसके बाद मैं जो चाहूंगा कि आप उनको बार बार रिवाइज करें, और जो भी आप कलेक्ट करते हैं, डोंट कलेक्ट देम एज आई वुड से ऑन ए काइंड ऑफ डायरी राइटिंग बेसिस. गो फॉर जर्नल राइटिंग इंस्टेड ऑफ डायरी राइटिंग. डायरी राइटिंग में एक इन्फॉर्मेशन आज लिखा है ऑन अफगानिस्तान, अनदर इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑन अफगानिस्तान विल कम आफ्टर 20 days, then after 30 days, and then will not make a sense. So make Afghanistan as one page, and whatever you think you can require for the IAS examination, you just write them down there. Another page on agriculture, another page on industry, another page on Nepal, another page on US. ऐसे इनको जो international वाले हैं उनको keep in one file, economy वाले उनको one file, and geography वाले one file, but keep them like, I mean, some space to update them, because the same news will get updated. Don't take up those 300 points, Sensex as example I was giving. Take what is Sensex is all about, how it is calculated, and what kind of impact it has got. So that's the way I like you to proceed. And then there's another interesting question comes that I have passed 10th standard, और अभी मुझे जमशेदपुर से आता है which stream is best for IAS. I think the streams that they took, they are not using the same stream. So you take any stream. Stream is not important, I would say. So you can take any stream at this stage. You become an engineer. If you want to become an IAS officer, keep your target on the IAS officer, and that's possible that you can always do it. And there's another question coming from Bangalore itself, sir. How to remember points as syllabus for prelims is more? You want to address that?
सी देखो मतलब यूपीएससी में सिलेबस तो काफ़ी है, तो लेकिन हाँ इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, आप माइंड में ये रखना है कि वी डोंट नीड 200 आउट ऑफ 200 इन प्रीलिम्स और 2025 आउट ऑफ 2025 इन यूपीएससी. तो मतलब अगर आपको डिफ़िकल्ट है पॉइंट्स रिमेंबर करना, आपके साथ जो लोग बाकी स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको भी डिफ़िकल्ट है ना. तो ये एग्ज़ाम रिलेटिव है. उन लोगों के जो मतलब बगल वाले लोग हैं उससे मतलब यू हैव टू रिमेंबर वन मोर एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट, है ना. सो यू नीड नॉट रिमेंबर, try to remember as many points as possible, but at the same time it's not necessary that you have to remember all the points. You can skip some points. So that is what I did in my preparation. Like I got very good marks in prelims, like 147 I got in prelims. So this I have done because one is it's very important. अगर मतलब points started remembering, but what we do is we tend to forget it. So it's very important to write the exams on that prescribed syllabus. For example, if you are studying history for 1 week, you write 3-4 tests on the history itself on that particular week, so that it will get consolidated. You will start remembering the things without unknowingly also. So solving test series is very important for prelims, what I feel is. So by that way you can remember many points.
I think revision and retrieval is something which I am very interested in. अगर रिवीजन बार बार करते हैं तो वो आपका कंसोलिडेट होता है, क्रिस्टलाइज होता है, एंड रिट्रीव करो बार बार उसको. अगर रिट्रीव बार बार करेंगे तो इट गेट्स फ्रेशन्ड अप ओनली. एंड देन केएसजी के पास जब आप ज्वाइन करते हैं तो एक वर्टिकल प्लान होता है हमारे पास, जिसमें एक वर्टिकल प्लान में हमने सिर्फ आपको क्या क्या पढ़ाना है वो बताते हैं आपको, और उससे क्लासेस होती हैं, स्ट्रक्चर्ड होती हैं, उसके बाद कुछ मटेरियल आपको देते हैं. बट द थर्ड वर्टिकल पार्ट दैट वी हैव गॉट इन आवर प्लान, इन विच वी विल बेसिकली बी आस्किंग यू डेली टेस्ट. जब डेली टेस्ट पूछेंगे और थोड़े दिन के बाद आपका रिवीजन टेस्ट होगा, तो उसमें रिवीजन भी करा लेते हैं और आपका रिट्रीवल डेली कराते हैं. अगर रिट्रीवल डेली हो रहा है तो भूलने का चांस कम होता है. जब भी कोई चीज पढ़ते हो तो टीच somebody. Teaching somebody would also help you crystallize your thoughts better and retrieving it in a manner. So अगर आपको ये सोचना है कि अगर कोई याद कर सकता है तो मैं याद कर सकता हूं कि नहीं, अगर कोई नहीं याद कर सकता तो चिंता मत करो, अगर कोई याद कर सकता है तो मैं याद कर सकता हूं. Retrieval is another key that I am giving you. Revision is another key I am giving you. There is nothing like reinventing the wheel. I mean, कुछ ऐसा नहीं है कि चमत्कार होना है. आप अपने आप को एक एवरेज आदमी मान करके उसके साथ कोई भी कर सकता है तो मैं कर सकता हूं, ऐसे अप्रोच करोगे तो डोंट एक्सपेक्ट एनी मिरेकल, और काम हो जाता है. आई वुड रिकमेंड यूजिंग द व्हील इंस्टेड ऑफ रीइन्वेंटिंग द व्हील, गेटिंग सम पॉइंट दैट है इसको ऐसे करूंगा तो याद आ जाएगा. वी डोंट हैव एनी मेडिसिन लाइक दैट कि इसको खाने से हो जाए. मैं कहता हूं प्रताप की मेमोरी बहुत अच्छी है. हाउ डू यू मैनेज योर मेमोरी? एंड आई थिंक ही विल गाइड अस ऑन दैट.
No, there is no like it's not like you have to remember everything, as Dinesh was saying. You have to be relatively best than your opponent, like the person who is writing the test. But one good way of remembering things is there are some subjects which you never want to study again from the books. Like some books are very dry, so better you can take some important points in notes. Like for example, I am very bored with medieval India. because I don't know Hindi also, so it has lot of Urdu words in Hindi and those things. So I want to I don't know how to remember those things. So I used to note down those terms with the English terms in my notebook, and I used to revise it again and again. That is one kind of things you can do. And the best thing of remembering is write a test series. Like you don't think that I didn't study, so I'll write every test at the last month. That will never going to help. So make sure that you write your test series, and in test series, if you get one correct answer, and the remaining 3 wrong answers will have different questions in that. So that we get in the form of keys. So answering one question will make you learn 4 questions simultaneously. So in that you get more points also, and when you do something wrong, that will register more than which you did correct. So these are some of the things which I did to remember points, particularly in prelims, because prelims is more kind of dynamic. Rather mains we have static 5-6 points to write, but in prelims the only way to remember points is write a test series, practice it, and whenever you get wrong answers, get more the right answers, and also try to get all the options and different options, and the different options leads to different questions, and make sure that you compile all these things and have it.
There's one question coming from Shimoga. I would like to take that. Sir, how to differentiate between optional and...
I will take that Bilaspur question.
Bilaspur question.
Yes,
Can you have the Bilaspur question again back? Bilaspur question, please.
So it's like, what are the common mistakes that people do?
Yes.
Yeah, and what should be the way out? See, as I said, this is what the purpose of the interaction is, because we people know generally what are the mistakes that we have done. It's very important, as I said, to have a good direction, because without that you will be just roaming around. That is the one common mistake that we actually do, because we study lot of unnecessary things. Hence it is important to have a guidance, better join in any coaching institute or take any online initiatives. You can join any online initiatives also. They will provide you a direction and study according to that. As Kansa said, we are having a plan of 3 verticals where you provide test series, material and all. So I think that is a better way to study, better way to approach UPSC at this point of time. That is one common mistake that we do. And the other common mistake is we will generally study GS2 and GS3 a lot by neglecting ethics and the rest of our syllabus. So but when it comes to marks, GS2 and GS3 will not give us rewards, but it is actually the optional and ethics paper that gives us rewards. So you focus on the ethics paper and general studies paper and essay paper. So GS1, what I mean. And apart from it, focus more on optional. That is very important because that decides your rank to some extent. But the situation has changed, because this year we have seen lot of fluctuations in GS also. Like earlier it used to be only 10-20 marks, but this year we have seen a difference of almost 50 marks in each GS paper. So in an exam where each marks matters a lot, 50 marks means you are out of the list, in the list or out of the list. So the strategy should also change accordingly. So we have to focus again on GS again this time. And the other common mistake, yes, Pratap will take.
Common mistakes is like we read too much and read as much that we cannot ever retrieve. I mean, that's something which is a very common mistake a lot of people do. And then coming to a coaching institute would not allow you to actually go that wavering here and there. And in fact, what we basically get to do is that we have a test every day. So that's when you are actually almost glued to the task. Next day and the next day and the next day. And then it is prepared by somebody who's got 25 years doing the same thing. Any fool at my place would have done it this way only. So I think to trust the material that you have got. Now Jamshedpur say, I think the same question is coming. वो पूछते हैं कि 7:30 to 10:30 KSG classes, 10 to 6 PM of work. Please guide me. What should I study in the evening? Class notes, reference books. I think बेटा कुछ भी नहीं करना है आपने. We have a vertical plan. उसमें कल का क्या काम करना है हम दे देते हैं. While you are so tightly placed, should not waver here and there. Just follow the plan that we give you on a daily basis. Just stick to that. If you're sticking to that, I'm putting my money on you. It's as simple, because I trust my material, I trust my methodology, and I trust you now. So you just stick to that, and I think it is absolutely doable. And then, एक Shimoga से question है.
How to differentiate?
Yes.
This is how to differentiate between optionals and prelims, as history, geography remains same. It is the way of writing actually differs, and also the studying is also different, because the general studies is studying only the general things. Like in history or geography also, we don't go much into the technicalities of those subjects when we are doing it for the general studies purpose. Whereas for the optionals, we need to go with more kind of geography and history thinkers and other places, and also probably we too will be better to answer in political science wise, because we have this political science overlap in GS2 also. So we find it difficult to differentiate our answers in political science and also in general studies. So in general studies, your answers will be more of generalist point of view, write an opinion written by a newspaper editorials or some political observers, whereas in optionals you need to quote the thinkers and you need to get more kind of theoretical part. So optional for an optionals you need a deeper kind of study, whereas general studies you have to know something about everything, not everything about something. That is actually needed. So Dinesh will be better to answer in political differentiate between GS and optional.
Actually, see, I don't know about geography and history because I'm also from a political science background. But yes, Pratap has said we do have an overlap between my optional political science and GS paper 2. And one thing that I differentiated is, in optional, I used to quote scholars, quotes, books written by the scholars. But just removing that, the rest of the content I used to write even in the GS. So this is how I differentiated between optional and prelims. But don't worry much about this differentiation. What I feel is, it doesn't really make that much difference.
Except the thinkers, nothing.
Except thinkers, you can use your optional knowledge in your GS.
Yes,
And
yeah. If you have got the GS overlapping there.
Yes.
Yes. I think Pune we have got Pooja. There is no question, Pooja.
How to cope up with
Then we have got Lakshmi Nagar. Is one question coming. How to cope up with language paper. I think he'll talk about how to cope up with Hindi and no.
Probably I'll fail if I write in Hindi. My papers would not be evaluated if I write in Hindi. So don't worry about the language paper. Language paper is just qualifying that you can do later also, but focus on the other 7 papers which actually gives you marks. But language papers, if you are very poor, you can just write 2 to 3 papers before the examination to get that actual feeling, because I'm very I didn't write Tamil for 4 or 5 years during my college days. So when I was writing, I wrote 2 to 3 essays before writing, and I started the editorials in Tamil paper also. So before a week I started reading editorials, like to have the flow. So that is needed. More efforts should be focused on your GS part and the one which is taken from cutoff. So not that qualifying part.
Yes.
And one more thing, language paper में actually मैंने ये किया था, मुझे भी मतलब I wrote in Telugu. So मुझे almost 4-5 years gap आया था, मतलब after inter engineering में नहीं लिखा, in job I did not write. So वो grammatical mistakes काफ़ी होता था. तो मतलब मैंने ये किया कि मतलब हमारा optional paper में एक paragraph होता है बड़ा, मतलब they'll ask you questions from that paragraph and they will also give precise and some Telugu to English writing and also. तो अगर वो paragraph में जो words है ना, first I marked all those words and I used those words in my essays. So ये grammatical mistake नहीं होता है. तो in fact वो जो paragraphs में अच्छे words होते हैं, तो you can start using that in your essay so that grammatical mistakes नहीं होता है. बाकी मतलब अगर आपको writing practice करना है तो you can write 2 to 3 essays that I wrote before my exam, because it's just qualifying. As Pratap said, don't focus much. Easy topics like paragraphs and questions, precise writing that you can easily score. So don't worry much about language paper.
एक हिसाब से क्वेश्चन आता है कि कॉलेज में रहकर कैसे तैयारी कर सकते हैं. बेटा कॉलेज में रहकर भी तैयारी कर सकते हैं. अगर टीना की बात करूं तो वो टीना ने भी ज्वाइन किया था जब कॉलेज में ही थी हमारे साथ. लेकिन यहाँ ये ध्यान रखना कि कॉलेज के साथ डिग्री जरूर मिलनी चाहिए, बिकॉज डिग्री इज एसेंशियल फॉर इट्स नॉट be at the cost of your degree. So give focus to your college and then थोड़े टाइम 2 घंटे 3 घंटे 4 घंटे जो भी निकलते हैं घर पे उसको निकालो. और अगर आपको हिसार में सेंटर मिलता है तो वहां पे आप आकर के जस्ट लिसन टू इट एंड गो ऑन कलेक्टिंग. डाइजेशन शायद हो सकता है बाद में करना पड़े आपका, फिर उस टाइम आपको जस्ट अक्वायर दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड से. अब पुणे से क्वेश्चन आता है, हाउ टू चूज एन ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट. आई एम गुड एट कंसेप्चुअल देन फंक्शनल थिंग्स. सूरज कुमार ने बोला है बिलासपुर पुणे से. You'd like to take how to take up an optional?
I can take, but I did not understand that I'm good at conceptual.
And then that sometimes some people think that, hey, I can understand thinkers, but I'm not good at geography maybe. Yeah. So conceptual
okay.
things like political science thinkers, they can understand better.
Yes.
Philosophy you can.
Yes.
So why not he takes philosophy for that matter? But then take not based on the advice, take on the way that you like reading. I mean, liking is very important. GS overlap is very important. And these are the parameters on which we normally decide about your optional. But GS पढ़ने के time में you will get exposure to lots of things like political science मिलेगा, sociology मिलेगी, history मिलेगा, geography मिलेगा, philosophy मिलेगी, so many things you will get exposed to. Then you will know that what I like, and then accordingly you can decide after that.
Kindly suggest how to prepare notes for prelims and science.
Yeah, सूरज पुणे से पूछते हैं.
I'll talk next.
There is one question, kindly suggest how to prepare notes for prelims and as well as mains. See, मतलब एक कोई standard textbooks होते हैं like Lakshmikant and NCERT. So I did not make notes from the standard textbooks because अगर literally आप उससे notes बनाओगे तो पूरा Lakshmikant आ जाएगा तुम्हारा notes में. तो notes जो होता है, it's very important to make from your newspapers. So what I did is like Khan sir has said, मेरा एक Evernote का account है online में, तो मैंने each and every word of the syllabus मैंने Evernote में लिखा है और एक एक नोटबुक बनाया था. तो जब भी मैं कुछ भी पढ़ता हूँ, मतलब जो भी मतलब अगर ऑनलाइन पढ़ रहा हूँ या तो मतलब न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहा हूँ, देन आई यूज्ड टू लिंक अप विद the syllabus that we have. अगर मतलब वो link मतलब आया तो I will read that article and I used to note few points in my notes. So this is what I did for making prelims as well as mains. Prelims में ना actually एक factual चीज़ें होता है, मतलब so I used to make in point wise in my notes. Generally you know PIB में कभी कभी आ जाता है, Republic Day में काफ़ी tableaus होते हैं, तो generally they might ask questions from there. And mains के लिए तो I used to have issues. Issues लिया था मैंने. Issues लेके I used to work upon it. I used to do some research in Google and then I have notes from there.
All right. There's an interesting question coming from here, Pune, that kindly suggest how to prepare notes. So that's what we've taken already. Now the other question is from Nagpur. Is KSG material enough for whole study? See, it's very simple. No material is enough and no material is less. I have a simple solution to tell you. I pass or KSG passes when you pass. We charge you lots of money. I think I'm not allowed to say like that. So for my passing, if some more books are required, why will I not add to that list? Because of the simple reason, I'll not buy from my own pocket, I'll buy from your pocket only, and I'll go on adding. So from my side, it is more than you can handle. And if it is more required, I promise from your own money, I'll add more to that. This is definitely enough, but quite often, we are a victim of add-on advices. So this add-on advices is a never-ending list. Please don't run after them. This is more than you can handle, and this year I can tell you we have got a decent coverage. 61 question came only from the KSG material and tests from your for your PT. What more you want? It is enough, and that's what I would like to say. If anything which is you can manage and handle, I'll definitely add on to the list itself. And it's a very dynamic note that we have got. I can't recommend you the KSG note of the last year for this year. So next year again I cannot recommend this year's note to next year. So we are dynamically evolving and a huge team is working behind you. Please trust them, they are enough. I mean, that's what I would like to say. And then I would say there's an apprehension which comes from Chennai and Nanagar. Dear sir, students are not understanding Hindi. Kindly speak in English for better understanding. Dear Nanagar, I am having the same feeds coming from other centers. Speak in Hindi. We are speaking to the whole country at the moment. So I hope you will understand. It's not that English and Hindi. It's the context that we are trying to do. And we're trying to speak more English because we can reach more people in the country, because it's more widely spread across. But then we are mixing some Hindi also because we had some feeds coming. Speak in Hindi. So I hope you'll agree with us, and then you'll understand the platform that we are sharing. We have to be good. But then I think one person who is just not spoken Hindi is Pratap, and then only two of us can be pardoned for some mixing here and there. I hope you understand our point. Bilai, to benefit from previous year's questions, I mean, I think I would like to talk about that.
Yeah. That is, the previous year question papers are very, very important in the preparation. As I said, we have to get the mood of UPSC and the trend of UPSC, what it is asking. For example, before reading Modern India, for example, if we say this previous year papers, the Modern India starts from 1750 to 1947. But when we read the previous year question papers, we tend to know UPSC focus more on the Indian national movements, that is starting from 1909 to 1947. So rather your effort should be more on this part than the 1750s part. Of course the 1750s part should also be important, but you can focus more on this part. And also for polity, if you say, the most of the things revolves around the executive and the legislature part of the union executives and the state executives part. So in that way previous year papers acts as a beacon light to guide what UPSC focuses on. And also there are some instances where the previous year questions are getting repeated after few years, not the exactly the same year, the next year. It may be some 4 or 5 years back, maybe the question may repeat in some other forms. So in that way UPSC previous year papers are actually needed. And also because in polity there are a lot of static parts. So UPSC is asking exams for more than 20-30 years, so most of the questions are being asked. So they rephrase the question in some other forms. In that manner, some questions or some answer may be useful in attending this year. So in that manner, previous year papers are very, very important in my point of view.
And just to add to this, if you are in KSG, what we have done is that, I mean, see, UPSC is very generic. They will just give you like question will be asked on planning. But what in planning? I mean, that's something which has to be basically understood, and for that we have to refer the previous year's questions. और previous year's questions को पढ़ने के बाद आपको पता लगता है कि इसका मतलब क्या होता है, कितने तरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. अगर केएसजी ज्वाइन करा है तो आपको एक हम कोर्स मॉड्यूल की बुक देते हैं, उसमें हम ये बताते हैं कि कैसे इसका कितने ब्रेकअप्स हो सकते हैं, इसके इस वर्ड के कितने डायमेंशंस हो सकते हैं. आफ्टर दैट वी गिव यू इसके कुछ करंट क्या क्या इसमें आ सकते हैं, एंड आफ्टर दैट वी ऑल्सो गिव दैट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चंस हैव कम इन पीटी फ्रॉम दिस टॉपिक in PT as well as in mains. So and then what are more expected. So in that course module book that we give you, that pink yellow book that we have got, in that pink yellow book the course module will get you all the questions from the specific areas of general studies, and that way you consider them as your real syllabus. To my understanding, the previous question are the actual reflection of the syllabus, which otherwise is very, very succinct. I think you'd like to add something to that?
Yes.
Previous year's question.
Previous year questions, I think Pratap has covered, काफी cover किया था Pratap ने. Exactly, it acts as a beacon at the same time. अगर आप मान लो कोई topic आप skip कर रहे हो, तो just read previous year papers and go for the exam, because अगर previous years भी आपने अच्छे से किया है, इसका मतलब है कि आपके पास कुछ content है हर topic में. So that itself will take care of your exam if you don't, if you want to skip few topics. Like I skipped medieval India for mains also. So I just studied previous year papers and I just went to the exam.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, ऐसा नहीं है कि सबने सब कुछ cover किया होता है. I mean, they are very honest to confess in front of you, in camera, on record, that this is how they went. And then सबके साथ होता है. एक नागपुर से क्वेश्चन आता है, is Hindi medium better for UPSC or not? देखिए, medium is important, but the medium that you express better is important. Actually, if you can express in Tamil, take Tamil only. If you can express well in Hindi, आप हिंदी लें. लेकिन ज़रूरी ये है कि आजकल हमारे साथ बहुत सारी जो जानकारी है वो नेट पे मिलती है और वो इंग्लिश में होती है. So the best is that use for your writing Hindi medium and read the material जो हम देते हैं हिंदी मीडियम में वो पढ़ें, and at the same time have your English to such a level ताकि आप नेट से सर्च कर सकें. But if you simply say that, hey, I will only look at Hindi and I will not do anything beyond Hindi, then थोड़ी difficult रहेगी, क्योंकि बाकी लोग जो हैं जो सामग्री इकट्ठी कर रहे हैं वो सामग्री इकट्ठी कर रहे हैं from net and other sources. So that way, to my understanding, a judicious mix of the two, like expression, writing and everything in Hindi, but you better have some collection, some reading in English, then it will be a fantastic combination that you have got. एक और चीज चेंज हो गई है, बहुत सारे लोग इंग्लिश में लिख तो सकते हैं, बोल नहीं सकते हैं. उनके लिए यूपीएससी ने 5-6 साल पहले एक चेंज कर दिया है. इवन इफ यू राइटिंग योर आंसर इन हिंदी, or for that matter in Telugu and Tamil or any language that you're writing, you can give your interview in a different language. जैसे हिंदी में आपने इंग्लिश में एग्जाम लिखा है मेंस का, हिंदी में इंटरव्यू दे सकते हैं, और ऐसे बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं जो ऐसा कर रहे हैं और अच्छा भी कर रहे हैं. तो that option is also available with you. I think we have done most of the question, and it was really wonderful talking to each one of you. And I suppose on behalf of the whole country, I would like to thank both these young achievers of the country, the future of the country. You are basically meeting probably the most powerful person of the country 30 years down the line. I mean, can I say like that? I feel so privileged addressing you both, because India is going to be a developed country and they will be big officer of this developed country and heading some ministry and heading some department or heading some massive scale. That is what each one of you have got. This is the lesson which I want to carry from here, and that ये जो इन्होंने मेहनत करके अपने आप को एक सुनिश्चित कर लिया है कि भविष्य के भारत का एक बहुत ही शक्तिशाली व्यक्ति बने. क्या आप नहीं बन सकते? आप भी बन सकते हैं. Only thing is that now you have to take your own charge and then promise yourself, yes, I can do it. I think I would like to take it to Pratap, and then probably he would have his whatever feeling about the session, and then over to you.
And thank you so much, Khan sir and CL, for providing this platform. We are addressing the whole India being in Delhi, and I wish everybody, all the one who are listening here, all the very best. And as sir said, you need to be part of the system in the very coming years, and I hope that happens at the earliest as possible. And me and Dinesh will be very happy to get most of you as our junior colleagues and working with you in the service, and we'll work towards the development of the nation. And all the very best to one and all present here, and thank you once again.
Yes, thank you so much, Khan sir. I think it's my privilege to stand here in Delhi and address this whole nation. I think we should thank the technological advancements that was
this is possible
for in our country and in that world. Yes, just remember that see, we are the assets of this country, and we are in the top 1% of this country. I mean, those who are all preparing for UPSC preparation, I think मतलब वो एक creamy layer है India का. Doesn't matter in which stream you are, always work for this nation. This was my personal message to all of you, and always remember that India needs us, and India need people like us to work sincerely with honesty and integrity for its development. So I wish all the very best to all the people who are preparing for this exam. Have a great career ahead. Thank you.
I feel so privileged, and want to thank you again, and I'm going to remember this session for rest of my life. That's my promise. And then the humility that these people have got, and I think that's the lesson that I'm going to carry for myself for the rest of my life. I think stay connected, stay grounded, and then you cannot ask for a bigger certificate for serving this beautiful country called India. God bless. Thank you very much.